Hey everybody, Alex Kozora, SteelersDepot.com, back to do another tape breakdown for the week coming off the Ravens loss in Week 17. I'm sure there isn't much of an appetite for an in-depth discussion on the negatives of this game, or the game really in general, just how ugly it was, how moot it became with Tennessee winning. So I want to look at a positive here with Devin Bush, because I thought despite the defense as a whole having a really poor game all around, I thought Devin Bush actually played well, one of the few bright spots on defense, and ended the season on a high note for him. So we got a ton of plays to look at today. I'll jump right into it and go through these plays relatively quickly. A lot of these actually, including this one, come on the opening possession. But Devin Bush here, maybe not as physical at the point of attack, but I think part of this is you have to find the ball first. Your feet kind of stop so the tight end's able to climb and get a bit of a push here. But once Bush finds the ball, he works off the block of tight end Nick Boyle, fills the gap and makes a tackle, and so did Javon Hargrave here. So nice job here for Bush. Again, your feet kind of stop because you're trying to read where the ball is going to go. Tight end's able to climb, but he's taking on the block square, using his hands, find the ball, shed. So does Hargrave. It is a 6-yard gain, but just a nice job there by Bush. Falls off at the end, but the technique of being able to find the ball, stay square to it, defeat the block, and then fill and make the tackle or help in on the tackle are some positives here. Even better play here from Devin Bush, who's going to come on screen here in a moment. Once I roll this thing through, and you'll see him scrape the athleticism, and then just vision and finding the football, I think, are all key. So coming in off this motion, be able to scrape, fill the hole, find the runner, and make the tackle right there to take down Gus Edwards after just a short gain. So look at it again. You'll see Bush coming in off the motion by the fullback here, and just keying, being able to square, watch any backside cutback. And then once the running back commits, show that acceleration, the burst that got him drafted, fill the hole, make the tackle. A couple plays later on the drive, Devin Bush just being able to defeat this block from big old number 78 Orlando Brown Jr. here. Be able to come off the block, find the ball, make the tackle. Nice job to wrap up. Take down D'Anthony Thomas for just the gain of 1. But Brown's a big guy. He's 350-some pounds. Doesn't get swallowed up. Able to keep that outside arm free, defeat the block, and then be able to make the tackle, drive through, and bring Thomas down. So just a nice job there. The athleticism, being able to take on the block, not trying to go around it, use your hands, defeat that block, work over the top, find the ball, make the tackle, and finish. Just good stuff all around here from Devin Bush. Very next play here for Devin Bush, and this is similar to the first, but probably better. Again, just being able to key the ball, stay square, reading the fullback here, being able to basically not get blocked. The fullback probably takes a bad angle here. Maybe the back took up the poor path, but be able to find the ball carrier, squeeze the hole here, make the tackle. Again, these aren't major plays. This isn't the top 10 play of the year for Devin Bush, but just consistency against the run has been an issue for him. And I think you just see it here where you felt comfortable. Ravens going to throw a lot at you, window dressing with their offense, but just find the ball, staying clean, and making the tackle in the hole. You can follow this one under just a wild and crazy place that only a few guys can make. And this isn't maybe a great play in terms of the coaching point of the technique, but as coaches always say, you can't make plays on the ground. Well, Devin Bush shows you can sometimes if you're a top 10 pick like he was. He gets pushed down here, and I don't know how he did it, but he makes his tackle from the ground. Does get some help at the end to clean this thing up, but just the ability, again, vision, the strength, the hand strength there to make this play. The dude's not looking at the ball here. He knows somewhere where I think this is Chris Moore, the receiver here, is at, but still to make this play even remotely, get some help at the end here, that's pretty freaky. So again, it's not exactly a textbook play, far from it, but it's one of those plays where it's football, you get on the ground, and you still find a way to make a play. Not many guys who can do that. This example, a more minor play, doesn't show up on the box score, doesn't get a tackle for this play, but I just like the physicality. A lot of these college backs, Ryan Shazier had it, Bush had it, but his rookie year too, they want to be too finesse. They want to work around blocks, they don't want to take on blocks because they're smaller guys. In college, they can win with athleticism. NFL, you got to go toe for toe with some of these guys sometimes and take on the blocks. Left guard's going to pull here. Bush is going to take him out, be able to cut this block, take it on. It does not feel good, but you got to do it. Try to collapse this thing, not get yourself washed and push out of the way, create the bag to go one way and one way only. So Bush, just nice job here to be physical, taking on the block, basically sacrificing his body to let someone else make the play. Again, that one I'm sure hurt when a big 300-plus pound lineman pulls around and squishes you into the ground, but you got to have that mentality. If I got to take this thing on, he did, and it's only a 4-yard gain. Don't have a ton of examples here in coverage because Baltimore frankly just didn't throw the football a whole lot, but here's one example of it. Just to read and react to close and the angle that Bush has here. Again, this is not necessarily a top 10 play, but he has the back here in the flat, and just the angle, it's perfect, and the acceleration, the closing speed. Even if Justice Hill makes his play, he's got nowhere to go. Bush is going to make that play in space. There's no other off-ball linebacker on this roster that can make that play that quickly. Just a sideline-to-sideline ability that gets Devin Bush drafted on display here. Look at it from the aerial view. Again, just key in the back, making the play, and even if that's a catch, it's not going to go anywhere. It's going to be a loss. It's going to be a negative for this one. So Bush just taking a great angle, being able to close with burst acceleration, being able to key that right away. Just all things where as you go over the course of a 17-game season, you're playing 1,000 snaps, the game slows down for you. You're able to pick things up quicker, and you see a great example of this right here. Now, Bush is going to be unblocked here and work clean, and when linebackers are working clean, you expect them to make the play, but that's what Devin Bush does right here. So, going to read the key here of the fullback, follow him, stay square line of scrimmage, meet the back in the hole, win the leverage battle, low man wins, drive your feet, and finish the play. And that's what we're seeing here from Devin Bush. So, reading the action here, the path of the fullback, take him to the football, going to stay square in the hole, he's not going to be turned, going to have a good just balance, ready to drive through. Watch him be the low man here against Gus Edwards, who's a pretty big and physical and downhill back who ended up running for $130 against Pittsburgh. Drive the feet, maybe gets pushed back a little bit, but holding on. Still the low man. Edmonds helps out, stands him up, and it's just a 2 or 3 yard gain. So just a good job here, staying square, having good leverage, driving your feet on contact, having a really strong base, and making the stop. Again, these don't have to be amazing plays. You're not going to make a million amazing plays every single season. You want to make the consistent plays that allow you to be on the field in every situation and circumstance so you can make the dozen of splash and special plays per year. Last one to show, and honestly, this one's probably my favorite play he made, maybe outside of the one that was on the ground from earlier. We'll probably do a deeper dive into this for either an article or a video on Steelers Depot, but earlier in the year, I think against the Browns and even the second game, the rematch game, there were issues with Bush over pursuing and allowing cutback lanes, and he really cleaned that up over the last couple weeks, learning from his mistakes. So you see it here, following the path of the fullback. I think a couple weeks ago he would have over pursued this too much, got an outside leverage on the fullback, allowed this big cutback lane here. He's going to stay at home. He's going to stay square in his initial gap and run fit. Just follow the running back. As soon as he sees Hill bounce to the outside, now he's going to scrape over the top of Cam Hayward. Square, again, not going to over pursue. Knows he has help to the outside. Knows he has help to the inside. Stay in your hole. And then once the back is basically squeezed, he's going to fill with his alley, make the tackle. Vince comes in, helps it out, and I think this play went basically nowhere. So a couple weeks ago, he would have overrun this play, allowed a cutback lane, made life tough on himself, potentially a big run for the runner. Here he's going to be patient. He's going to strafe, be square, keep vision on the football, not try to do too much, just do his job, and makes a play because of it. And that's what it comes down to. Bush is a special player with great athleticism, a lot of learning on the fly this year, played a lot of football. This game actually he played about 94% of the time. Now part of that was because Baltimore played in a lot of base and they were run heavy, and that let the Steelers play more base defense, and that's when Bush really plays a lot. He didn't play in dime, which was kind of a disappointment. Vince and Barron split time in the Steelers dime defense. It was about 5 snaps. That's something you're probably going to see Bush do next season, especially if Barron's going to be gone, which is certainly a possibility, probably more likely than not as we sit here today. But you're seeing the maturation, you're seeing improvement. I saw that all season from Devin Bush. I'm really excited about this guy in year 2, and you guys should be as well. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below, whether you are watching on YouTube, follow me on Twitter at Alex_Kozora, or follow on the website SteelersDepot.com. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.